What is going on, guys and girls? Welcome back to TV and Me. I'm of course Kevin, and it's time for the Walking Dead weekend. Yes, we are back once again after that pretty harrowing last episode last weekend, where we finally got to see Alexandria get attacked, which I always thought was coming, but I didn't know if it would be walkers or if it would be people. It turned out to be people in the wolves, but at the same time we may even have walkers attack as well, because at this moment in time, you know, as far as the timeline is concerned, there is a whole army of walkers heading towards Alexandria, which puts the whole population in danger, especially now because they're at their weakest point. They're at their lowest point because, of course, we had the wolves attack who killed so many Alexandrians, killed so many people, so their defense is going to be weak. Their numbers are going to be weak to, you know, hold off walkers. They're just all going to be shocked and in shock because, you know, everything that went down. They've seen murder, they've seen destruction, and imagine being in that state of mind. You've just survived that sort of ordeal. People being murdered in the streets, dismembered, and then not 2 minutes later you hear the warning, walkers coming, walkers coming. And not only that, it's the biggest army of walkers you've ever seen. It would just be insane. And I mean, this is all assuming, of course, that Rick hasn't been able to steer the walkers back onto course and away from Alexandria. But the way The Walking Dead goes, the way the show is written, I'm guessing they are now going to be attacked by this massive army, and Rick has to get back before the walkers to warn them. And hopefully with enough common sense, they're able to hold off the walkers through, you know, barricading the walls, putting vehicles behind them to shore them up, just making sure those walls don't fall, because if those walls fall, it's game over. So of course the big question coming out of this is, how are the Alexandrians going to go forward now? Like I say, their numbers are diminished, people they love have probably been killed, you know, they know bad people know where they live, and up to now they've had it really cushy, really soft, you know, they've had a luxury life in this whole world. So the big question is, how are they going to adapt? How are they going to move forward? Who is going to move forward out of the people we've recently met? I mean, I've said before, I think Aaron will, because we saw examples of him fighting off the wolves, and we saw him, even though we saw at the end there he had some sort of guilt because he found the photos that the wolves found in order to get back to Alexandria. So there's going to be some guilt with him, but I think he's got what it takes to move forward and, you know, to adapt like Rick has in this world and his group. Jessie, very much so. We saw her defend herself against a wolf and kill a person without any hesitation. She did what needed to be done, so I believe she is strong enough. There was a couple of other people. I'm trying to think of their names. The other son of Deanna, Spencer, I believe his name is. I mean, he was in that clock tower and he was shooting at people, but he was missing them every time, so, you know, he needs some work. And as for the rest of them, you know, it was all a mixed bag. I mean, the only other person really I could say something positive about was the new doctor. And I cannot remember her name for the life of me at the minute. But you know what I'm on about. She seemed to, you know, when push came to shove, she did what needed to be done. And she helped people. Even though that person died, you know, she tried to save people. And I believe with enough experience, with enough training moving forward, she can help all the Alexandrians come together and survive. But, like I say, the question is, out of those remaining, who are going to be the ones that help move forward, help adapt, and who are able to survive? Now, they've literally got a war coming their way. The only other people I want to talk briefly about before we get into this episode is Carol and Morgan. And the last episode pretty much showed the stark difference in their philosophies and how to deal with these sorts of situations. Carol is very much a shoot first, ask questions later type of gal. Much like Rick, you know, I always sort of put Carol and Rick on the same sort of level in terms of how they deal with things in this world. They do what needs to be done and they kill when they need to kill. You know, there's no hesitation there. I group those two into the same philosophy, where of course Morgan is on the completely opposite end of that. And we saw last episode how Morgan tried to save people. You know, he was at that point where he was in a fight with 5 wolves. Now, he did what needed to be done and he fought them off, but he let them get away, and in doing so one of the wolves picked up a gun and ran out, so they've now got a gun. I mean, he got them out of Alexandria, but at the same time, he's let them live to fight another day, which is questionable. I understand why he does it, and I respect him that he values life so much. And, you know, it's a positive thing. But at the same time, by allowing people like the wolves to walk away, he's putting more lives unnecessarily in danger, which I think is a big problem. And like I say, two big philosophical differences between Carol and Morgan in that episode. And what I thought was really funny, and I thought about this later, and I just had to bring it up. It's something like just some bit of trivia or something. But if you had Morgan and Carol together in a relationship, their couple name would be Moral. Coincidence? Absolutely. But still, I thought that was pretty cool. So much else went on in last episode, but I'm not going to get into all of it because I shall be here for another half hour before we get into the episode. So let's get into this episode. This is Season 6, Episode 3, and from what I'm hearing from you guys and girls, this is a good one, which normally means bad stuff is going to happen. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's get into it. It better not be bad.
Rick!
I'm here.
What's going on back there?
Half of them broke off. They're going toward Alexandria.
Oh, so it's only half that went.
I'm gonna gas it up. Come back.
Have it. You keep going.
We're gonna need our help.
Gotta keep the herd moving.
Not if shit's going down, we don't.
The rest of that herd turns around. The bad back there gets worse.
Daryl. Yeah, I heard you.
Nicholas.
Though you be turning into a bitch on me again, Nicholas. Ridiculous. Sorry.
Here's the new plan. I go back, get the RV, circle around the woods on Reading. I'll get in front of them before they get there. I can lead them away again.
RV's a mile back. I can go with you.
I'll handle it. Just get home. They might need you there. Glenn, Michonne. Thing is, they aren't all gonna make it.
Rick.
You try to save them, you try, but they can't keep up. You keep going. You have to. You make sure you get back.
Figure out how to make this go right.
We're moving in the same direction everything else is. We're gonna catch up with something.
We're gonna catch up with a lot of things. And we're
Oh
gonna
shit,
end
I didn't even think about that. What if they bump into
We
the
have no
wolves
choice.
on the way back
We gotta
out?
keep going forward.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
Come on. That's us.
Don't shoot. Oh, you fucking... What an idiot. Well, he's dead.
I know what it means. We gotta keep moving. Right?
We going 5 miles out yet? Give or take some yardage. You got a reason for asking? Next intersection. We're gonna spin around, go back.
The plan is to go 15 more.
Yeah, I'm gonna change that. You guys gonna have to work. The magic number's 20. That's the mission.
If you want to go, we can't stop you. But without you, they could stop us.
Show you some restraint, Daryl. It sucks to be powerless like that, knowing your friends are suffering, but at the same time, this is just as important. Oh, Daryl. Oh, Daryl, I was just singing your praises and then you go do that.
How long you been married?
3 months. She wasn't my wife from before.
How'd you meet?
It was, early on. Aaron found me. I was alone, lost everything, everyone. But myself, I wasn't crazy. I just gave up on being someone, an actual person. You know what I mean?
Sounds familiar to Michonne.
I do.
But if I could make it back, I'd want to say goodbye. Tell her. Finding her in all this, that was everything.
I need to get home, but I'm not leaving them behind. We patch Scott up, we get going.
Rick knows when he knows. We're ahead of the herd. Maybe half an hour now. We can stop. We can make it.
Oh, Jesus.
Sturgis?
Oh, shit.
Herd's that way. Shit.
Now's your time to shine, Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Stay quiet. Pat's got Nanny up. Get out of here.
Those walkers in the alley and down the street, they're blocking the way out of town.
We can't take him on. Not in the shape that we're in.
Hey, I was thinking, if we can find a way to distract the herd coming in, and they won't make it back to the community.
How?
Burn one of the buildings. Hopefully more. They'll get drawn to it, and they'll stop here. It's my plan. It's on me.
You have a wife, Glenn.
That's why I'm doing this. You gotta get everybody back. You're the one who can. If I take too long, you just go.
There's a feed store. It's old, a lot of dry stuff inside. It should go up easy. I'll go with you. I can draw a map.
No. You lead the way. Just gotta do one thing first.
Oh, don't be a suicide mission. I don't need that in my life. No. Herschel's watch. That only means bad things.
We're in a town 5 degrees east of the green marker. If you get around on Reading in the next 20 minutes, you should be good. I think that's how far we're ahead of the herd. I'm gonna try to set a fire and distract you. But if you don't see smoke, it's still coming your way. I gotta go. Good luck, dumbass.
Dumbass. That's what he called Rick when they first met. They better not be setting up Glenn to die.
What?
I'm slowing you down. We're gonna hit more roamers. It's that simple. Leave me.
Leave us.
No.
It's stupid for you guys to wait on me. And you don't look back.
No, if we go together. We got each other's backs, just like always. Okay, we don't leave people behind. Not us.
No one is leaving anyone behind.
Look, I heard what Rick said. How they wouldn't all make it. They meaning us, and not you. How you should leave us behind if we can't keep up.
Glenn is out there risking his life for you and for everyone else, and I'm still here, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Things are gonna get worse, and then we'll see.
Yeah, we will. Rick said what he said. Because sometimes you don't have a choice.
That is not how we do it.
Because you've never had to do it any other way. You haven't been through it. Not really. Not like Rick. We know you don't.
But if you don't learn, you will die. We will. I've been doing runs from the start, okay? I know what it's like. Have you ever had to kill people because they'd already killed your friends and were coming for you next? Have you ever done things that made you feel afraid of yourself afterward? Have you ever been covered in so much blood that you didn't know if it was yours, or Walker's, or your friends? Huh? Then you don't know.
Fucking damn right.
He was on my crew. His name was Will. He was 19. We left him behind.
Hey, you are here now. You are not that guy anymore.
Is that home?
You need to go now.